everyone.
Okay. So, my job is to keep this on time, keep it moving. Pitch needs to be tight, right? It needs to be a tight 5-minute pitch. So just a quick question to Steve to get, help him out, get him going. You've probably asked this all the time. What's the one piece of advice you're going to give the guys before they, give their pitch? Like, what's the last thing they want to hear before they go up there?
Okay, so whenever I advise anyone on doing a pitch, I always say, make sure you connect with who you're pitching. Make sure you form some sort of emotional bond, and make sure you leave a number in their head that they can't get out of their head. Give them the worst possible formal, that you could ever give to someone, right? And that gets the process going.
That's good. That's good last-minute advice. Are you ready? Are you going to stand or sit? You're going to stand. Okay. All right. You want to introduce your name and your company, and you have 5 minutes from now.
Hello, everyone. WebSummit. Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for joining us. We are Best Spaces, which means that we will help you to find the best space, the best location for your store, your business. So imagine that you have some ice cream brand, for example, and you have 2 stores in São Paulo, and you want to open your 3rd store at Curitiba, and you don't know Curitiba. You don't know the consuming behavior from Curitiba. You don't know everything. You don't know nothing about there. And then today, how do you do this? You find at some data platforms, okay, this is a great place. I will call there. I will call the real estate marketplace and I say, hello, my name is Fefa. I'm looking for some great place to open my new store of ice cream. Do you know some great place? And then you go there and then you see, okay, I think this works. I think this is a great place for my store. People passing by, maybe I can know this place, but no. Now you have Best Spaces. We have us. So we are going to use our unique algorithm of intelligence for you to find the best location for your store. So you go to our platform and then you open there. So you put in, okay, I have an ice cream store and I want to find the consuming behavior of people who are mid-class incoming of money, and I want women 25 plus age and with children in Curitiba and consuming 5,000 reais per month, and find me someplace. And then we have the longest database technology, and we are going to match. We are the only business in Brazil that matches the perfect location for you and the real estate place that you're going to see it. Oh, I have some square feet, like 30 square feet for my store. I want it with windows. I have some necessary stuff that I need to build there. So we are going to match it. And then we will give you in percentual of success for your store to open there. So we are the only platform that does this matches right now. So we are going to use our unique database algorithm for that. And our gold is our cap table, We have a gold cap table. Our founder, Rafael Caran, he was born in a mall. His father was one of the most experiences guys that works in malls here in Brazil. So he started to look at this pain because he was 23 years director of one of the biggest malls company in Brazil that is called Cirela. And he said, okay, the retail marketplace has this pain. They found commercial points and commercial location for their stores like this, putting their fingers at the wind and discovering what would be the best place for it. So he solved this pain magically. Another part of our cap table is Chico Ritondaros. He was the CEO of one of the biggest malls company in Brazil. And Renata Daltro, she's the vice president of Cielo, which is one of our big companies of financial marketplace in Brazil. We have Pedro Dalto. He's a director of a real estate fund, one of the biggest ones in Brazil. And Paulo Markovski, he owns the restaurant company that is called America. Do you know this company? Everybody is signing like this, so I think you know all these companies. So right now, for you to know one part of our business range and how much we can improve that, we have 7,000 brands praying to find a great place to build their business. 7,000 brands. And the access of platforms to find locations there aren't good are 92 million accesses per month here in Brazil to find a place. And we can more a little
30
bit.
seconds.
30 seconds. And we have in our platform 2 million real estate places in the whole country. So we are in whole Brazil, so you can find the best place for your store. And now our model of signature is, so the brand sign us. You can consult us by a single consulting. If you want to, you can do a single consulting, or you can sign us. So the brands, one of our cases, Milk Moo, I don't know if you know it, but they have right now 300 stores. And by the end of the year, they are going to have 1,000 stores in Brazil. So they are scaling their brands, so they need us so much. That's why we are here. We are here to solve their pain with intelligence and with our unique algorithm. And we are looking for investment. But we are not just looking for money. We were looking for smart money. So if you want to join us, this is my fifth investment. This is my fifth company that I invest. I'm an investor. I'm one of the investors of the company. Marcos Tadeu is also a partner. He was a director from Riachuelo of real estate. And, well, this is our business. I hope you enjoy it. I have more time?
No, it's wrap-up time now.
Wrap-up time?
Yeah.
So if you want to invest in us, we are looking for investors that have contacts, that have bright in the eyes, that believes us. So I really do believe that this company, because our marketplace is huge, and we are here to make history. So if you want to make history with us, please join us. It will be a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Okay, nice.
Oh, my God.
Well, Steve, initial thoughts?
Didn't you do an amazing job? You know,
Oh,
Very good
God.
performer.
did you feel the energy?
Yeah,
You know,
great
Yes.
performance.
like this is a very good very good presentation. You know? She has a lot of energy, which you want. If I'm going to invest with you, I'd like to know that you're committed to the business. She seemed pretty committed to me. You know,
Yeah.
that she knows the business. Obviously, you know, she described the model. So it's, the sum. I'd like to know a little bit more about the model, but I can accomplish that in a second meeting. I got a sense for the potential scale of the business,
Yeah.
which is something that I always want to know as well. The amazing business partners, amazing investors in the business. It's a smart business, so this is someone who I would definitely have come back for a second meeting. You know? If I was going to say something, to again, excellent pitch. You know, but things that are excellent can be made better, right? You know, so if I was going to add something, I'd say, leave me with a number that gives me a sense for how big this could be. You know, so how big could this get to in terms of revenues? You know, leave me with that number. So that's the only thing that was missing. But in terms of would I do business with her 100%?
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, she's clearly showing her. You know, you can pick you do deals for all. You pick this up. She works around the clock. You can tell, right? Sure. That's who I want to be in business with. Right? So excellent pitch. You did a great job.
Oh, thank
you very much.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you
Just
so
on
much.
the cap table, Steve, she mentioned a lot of the cap table and the board, I guess, is how much would that sway your opinion? Do you think it was too much focus on that, or is it a big...
Actually, not at all. I think for this kind of business and the stage that it's at, the strategic investors, that's what she's basically saying, right? They're people that add a lot of value in terms of bringing customers on, finding the right kind of real estate. They're people that we want to be.
So it moves the needle for you?
Oh, very much so, in a very big way.
Awesome.
So yeah,
good to know.
She did a great job. She did a very good job. Yeah.
Great job. Okay, we got to keep moving though, guys. That's my job. Please introduce yourself. You can sit or stand and tell us about your company. You have 5 minutes from now. So when the clock hits 10:30, you're done. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vinicius. I'm a head of blockchain at Tudo. So,
Just held it up there.
oh, okay. I'm Vinicius. I'm head of blockchain at Tudo. So, I'm here today to introduce for you all what is Tudo. So, we have, we are the first tourism super app powered by blockchain. We are building a global ecosystem where travel, experiences, accommodation, and mobility come together. Now we are followed by your own our own utility token, Tudo Coin. It's a great name, I know. Uh, Today, travelers face constant challenges, financial losses due to unfavorable exchange rates and abusive fees, lack of integration across tourism service, limited ability to use rewards and loyalty rewards programs internationally. So the travel industry moves over 9 trillion USD dollars per year, yet remains fragmented and outdated. Tudo solves this problem, creating the first fully integrated tourism ecosystem using blockchain. Through a web, travelers can discover, book, and pay for experiences, tickets, accommodations, and mobility service using our coin, Tudo Coin. The utility token, designed to become the official token of global tourism. Today we have MasterCard integration with acceptance over 35 million of places worldwide, and automatic cashback features. We empower travelers with real global purchasing power. Blockchain ensures transparency, security, and scalability as we expand internationally. We have some security key partnerships today. Leasing agreements with Foxbit, one of the first and on the sorry, one of the greatest
Say in Portuguese
top
if you want, buddy.
crypto exchanges in Brazil. I think it's the second. We have partnership today with Bankei. I think they are here today to enable these MasterCard integrations. And we have ongoing negotiations with hotel chains and travel operators that drive mass adoption within the industry. Tudo Coin creates value through transaction fees within the app, subscription clubs powered by token staking or token staking. We have cashback programs that funded by our partners. We have today commission-based campaigns inside the marketplace. We maintain a sustainable token economy with controlled supply, burning to drive long-term value appreciation. We're now raising capital to expand globally, so and accelerate, or to the coin adoption, the adoption of our token. So, as an official means of payment for tourism, for travel, we seek strategic partners today who share our same vision. First of all, transform travel, simplify payments, and create a truly borderless tourism economy. Tourism is ready for disruption. Blockchain is the technology to make it happen. We have everyone know, blockchain have no boundaries. So Tudo is the vehicle leading the way. we invite you to join us on this journey. Please, everywhere here, please visit our website, tudocoin.com with 2Ds. Thank you. Thank you all.
Can we get a round of applause, please?
Thank you, Vinny.
We can do better than that, right? Big round of applause, please. I mean, clearly, I'm assuming English is not your first language, correct?
Correct.
So that was very difficult to do.
Yeah, it's my first time here.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you for putting the effort into that. I know it's very difficult to do. And if I had to do a pitch in Portuguese, I might not be as good as what you did. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Here's what I would say is this: is that so let me ask you a few questions. Where are you in terms of revenues with this business?
Sorry?
What are you doing in sales? Ventas? Revenues? Income? Yeah.
She's the financial head of Tudo, so I don't have so much.
Okay.
We have.
Yeah. I actually don't worry about it. I'll make it easy because I know it'll be completely unfair to you with the language barrier, right? But so what I say is that's very key. Is I need to know how big this business is fast. Very important to me. For any kind of investor, right? So So one thing that you have to give me a sense of is how big is this business, right? So when you do the pitch, get that out kind of very early on. When I hear the travel space, I think it's a really competitive space. There are a lot of companies in travel. It's been sliced and diced 50 ways from Sunday. So again, this is I'm saying this as general advice, not even specifically for you, because the issue you have is actually really a language issue. From the point of view that if you did this in Portuguese, you might tell me exactly what I want to hear, right? So this isn't a criticism of your pitch. This is just general advice, right? Make sure that I have this number that sticks in my head that I can't get out of my head, right? And that number is related to the scale of this business. Make sure it's a real number, right? So I didn't get that. I think it's a language barrier, nothing else. Because I could tell that you were passionate about the business. It's just a language barrier. So, but make sure I know how big this business is going to be, because it's in a competitive space. Make sure that I understand. How well differentiated you are. So say look, listen, Steve, you've heard about 1 million different travel businesses. You've heard about many different experience businesses. Here's why we're unique. Here's the problem that we're solving, and here's why we're loved. So just make sure that I understand that as quickly as possible early on, and you should be fine. And what I say is this is, because it's inevitable, and this will be helpful for everyone, it is inevitable that you will pitch investors in a language other than your first language. Just think about doing a very short pitch, like really short. You can do a 3 or 4 minute pitch, but make sure that I get key information out of that pitch. Because if English is your second language, to do a 20, 30-minute pitch to me might be brutally painful for you, right? And you will lose some investors. But do a 2, 3, 4, 5-minute pitch. Just hit the nail on the head in terms of kind of getting key messaging across, and you should get the second meeting. So, but thanks very much for the effort.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
Well done, Vinny. Let's get on to our last contestant, as we might call it, from Clio Circle AI. Tell us who you are. You got 5 minutes.
Hi, I'm Ariel, and I'm the CEO and founder of Clio Circle AI. And today I want to present you something that is a matter of all: burnout. Each year, burnout drains $300 billion up to absenteeism, presenteeism, turnover losses, and low productivity. Burnout basically is draining each of the biggest company in the world every day right now. So you might think there's a solution, right? Like, this is a big problem. This is a lot of money. Multinational cares, ask Apple. But no one is taking care of it as it should. 20 to 30% results are something that at Clio we consider mediocre. So basically at Clio, we build a behavioral DNA map that allows us to identify how each one of you, kid, teenager, manager, vice president, president, make decisions and solve problems under high stress environments. It is to say, the $20 million investments you're going to make, the discussion with your partner if you're going to receive the investment or not, or whatever difficult situations you might face, you will do certain steps. And at Clio, we make sure to know them throughout our AI, that I will explain it to you in a second, and we solve this with a 70% impact. So how do we do it? Easily. We make sure that we know how each one of you make decisions under a difficult situation. For instance, when you face a difficulty, do you pray God? Do you talk to your partner? Do you go to a party? Do you go drinking? It's an easily question-made interview that allow us to do and to understand how do you behave under difficult situations. So then we have your characteristics, your tendencies, your projections. We will know what will happen to you when you miss that $100 million contract. We will know everything that will happen for you. And we want to make sure that it doesn't damage yourself, your mental health, nor your business, right? So at Clio, after we know how you behave under difficult situations, we create a RAG LLM, a behavioral AI adaptive chat that interacts with you. So basically is me against myself, my artificial self called Clio, that knows how I behave. So now that I'm here pitching for $3 million, I might be having some tough situation, but I know what I need to do. Because that's what we need in life. We need to make better decisions. We need to know what to do to improve our outcomes, right? It's easy. Neanderthals knew that. We know that. But what's the thing? We are facing a $288 billion TAM with a $63 billion SAM and a $40 million opportunity, but we are a one-year-old tech company. Two Colombians, 30-year-old Colombians, a father. So how can two Colombian guys with a great team of 15 people can build a solution for Apple? We can. So we are in that stage. We're having conversation with the biggest company in the world, $45 billion revenue, multinationals, construction companies in Abu Dhabi, educational companies in Turkey, schools in the United States. And when we see the pattern, we see something really important. Competitors are missing the important thing. It is not if you're happy, or it is not if you are feeling well with your team. It is how you behave under difficult situations and which actions are you going to do because of the emotional and psychological patterns that you have at life. So it's easy, right? It shouldn't be that difficult. So with Henry, we started last year. We reached 8 schools in Colombia. We reached 15,000 students, teachers, and directives with 1,361 active users changing their decisions at life. We got a 70% well-being and productivity increase at schools because kids and teachers knew what they have to do when they were having difficult situations. So the impulsive one, stop yelling and start breathing before a discussion. So easy. And today, I want to present Clio. We are raising a $3 million round with a $20 million post money. And this is Clio. Thank you very much.
Wow. Wow.
All right, this is a very interesting one. You know, there's a television show called Black Mirror. You know, this sounds like it's right out of the TV show Black Mirror. You know, now I love these types of technologies and intellectual property. Right? I like the thinking that goes into kind of creating products like this. I like teams that create product like this. You know, so I mean, I liked your presentation quite a bit. This would definitely get a second. You'd get an invitation back from me to chat a little bit more to learn about the business. But one of the things that I liked about the business is that it seems as though you're getting to figure out your product market fit. It sounds like you're saying that schools are potentially a great potential customer of yours, and that's a huge market, like all over the world, right? It's a product that I think has potentially kind of global outreach, a potential global market. You know, that's something that could be interesting. These are all things that we'd have to verify and validate, of course. You know, but I think that you did a really good job, actually. You know, in explaining what the business is in a way that I understand. You know, I mean, I have Black Mirror, in my head, right? Which is it's a good thing. I feel something, right? You want to, whenever I leave a fundraising meeting, I want to feel something. I don't want to walk out thinking, what did I just spend the last 20 minutes of my time doing, right? And I felt something. I felt that, all right, these guys thought about a problem, and they took this very sort of intellectual approach to using, and they used AI to come up with a solution. I'd want to know like what's under the hood, So you got me curious. Excuse me. You would have lost me if you didn't talk about the schools, right? Because I kept thinking to myself, well, who's going to use this? Like, who's going to pay for this? But when you brought up schools, and I thought, well, therapy, and then I thought this could be interesting. So you would definitely get a second meeting from me, but in that meeting, I'd want to go really. You'd have to convince me pretty quickly about just the revenues model. So are schools, are they paying? I would hope that the parents don't have to pay for this. Maybe they would, but I would really hope that schools pay for this, right? And if they see value and therapists sort of recommend you as well, then there could be something there. It's highly differentiated, obviously, I think you did a good job with your presentation. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, we've run out of time, I'm afraid, guys. Is there any last thoughts? All good?
No, I think I'd say so. Again, just sort of in summary, if you have, you should, as an entrepreneur, you should have your elevator pitch ready to go at any point in time, right? Whether it's, if you have to have it in video on your phone, have it in video on your phone. If you're not comfortable with the way that you pitch, but make sure that your elevator pitch hooks me in two ways. Your elevator pitch is essentially I call it your FOMO vehicle. Your elevator pitch should make me feel like if I don't talk to this guy, if I don't get to know this guy, I'm missing out on something, right? So if you have, if by chance, this is a pretty kind of friendly sort of environment, everyone's talking to each other. But if I was rushing into a meeting and you only had 2 minutes with me, you need to be able to tell me the story of your business in 2 minutes, and you have to hook me, right? So make sure that you rehearse it, over and over again, and you know it really well, right? Because you will say it, maybe a couple of hundred times to get to the one right investor, right? So make sure that you're ready to go at any kind of moment in time. But I think these guys, they did a great job. Very brave of you to all pitch in English. I know it's not your first language. So thank you very much, and I think you all did a good job. Thanks.
Big round of applause, please, and stand up, guys.